Hello there everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Better than starting manned? We are hopefully looking at the Duna ship. Or not the Duna ship, but the Ike ship. Heading to the planet... Oh, there's a galaxy. I cannot bloody find the target, my destination. But that's okay, because we're going to accelerate towards it. It's way up. Way up. There it is. There's where we're going. So today we are going to have an encounter with Ike, get some Ike science, and hopefully get into a stable orbit around it. And since our solar panel orientation is good, we're not going to fret about that too much. I do need to set, however, a action event here. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully that's close to the Ike periapse. Ike periapse in 4 days. Yeah, 14 days, 17 hours, 14 minutes. So 3 minutes sooner. 4 days, 17 hours, 13 minutes. I guess I'm close. Alright, whatever. We'll tweak it when we get a little closer to the finale here. The important thing is that I know approximately when we need to be there. Or when we need to start slowing down. So it's going to take about... Well, it's going to be a fairly significant burn to get this thing into orbit around Ike before it slingshots back out around to Duna again. This accidental deceleration orbit is something I will have to keep in mind for the future, but that is not where we want to be. We want to be in orbit around Ike, as polar as possible, which it looks like we're going to accomplish. Fairly polar orbit around Ike. Our other ship is swinging around at 1,000,000 miles a second, charging its battery, fortunately, and it can do that without our strict attention, thanks to careful placement of the solar panels. That thing we still have to figure out if we can do the angle transition with the amount of power we've got on it. Here comes transition in another few hours. 6 hours, 5 hours. So we're going to have an hour window around Ike, so it should not take that long to actually get into orbit. 2 hours to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. 30, 20. Do 1. There we are. Okay, and we got our first bit of science here in just a second. Right there. Okay. Temperature scan in high space, and we're going to transmit that home immediately. Now then, we need to go... Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah, okay, it's going to take a lot less energy to get in orbit around Ike than it did to get our other ship in orbit around Duna. I probably should have done a some sort of assisted slowdown, but I didn't, so it's too late now. Okay, transmitted that. So in a few minutes, we will be ready to swing ourselves around to our node. And I should not have SAS on while I'm not trying to stabilize my craft. Like this. Alright, it's time for the rotation. So yeah, this is using half as much fuel as the orbit around Duna took. And we are in pretty much as polar as we can get of an orbit, which is good. Would not take much energy to get this thing into a more polarized orbit. So this one's going to be just fine. It's the Duna orbit I'm a little concerned about whether or not I can get the science of the poles. But we'll just let that swing. It's going to swing around for a little longer. I'll probably actually spend quite a bit of time off camera orbiting both Duna and this planet after I figure out exactly how much science there is. So I'm going to do this at T-minus 1 minute. I think will be about right. 1... I think it'll take about 2 minutes to burn this through. 3, 2, 1, fire. No, only about a minute. Okay. Well, we can go a little further then. There we go. Full throttle to the engines. And we are dropping ourselves out of orbit. We actually already have gotten a pretty good impact on our deorbiting process here because of... Yeah, it's interesting that it's taking less energy to get to Duna, or to Ike, just thanks to this funny little encounter we've had here. Because we've gotten to a point where we're speeding up, not slowing down. Or slowing down instead of speeding up as we go around Ike. So it's actually acting as a counter. It's because we're coming in, and the angle we're coming in at, I would assume. Interesting watching that turn. All sorts of interesting possibilities there. Okay, well, here goes. And bringing her down. Definitely has to be lower than our current orbit. So we're currently at an apoapse, a periapse of 71, so we need to go much, much lower. So yeah, 45-40 will be about good. Let's see, I'll take it down to, let's say, stop at 60. The reason why is because I want to be able to do certain time warping speeds, and I want to determine if those time warping speeds are effective. Okay, SAS off. One nice big pulse of the RCS to flip her over. Point it back at the sun, and get ready to do the next steps. So yeah, some regrets about how we handled the Duna orbiter. I might not get 100% of the science from that, but it's going to be darn close. And this is going to come darn close. Actually, we've finished a couple contracts, haven't we? Yeah. Achieve orbit. So we've made we're making achieve orbit around Ike. Delete. Transmit science from Ike. Done. And we did the same thing for Duna last episode. So with that, that will take us over to a very exciting next episode where we will, well, okay, I don't know if we're going to be landing in the next episode or not, but we're certainly going to be getting close to the point where that's going to be necessary. We just need to take it down. We're going to be somewhere between 60 and 70. The important thing is that that's a marker at the periapse. Okay. Let's go. So let's see. We're dropping down, so we need to know below 70? Nothing. Okay. So it's lower than 70. It's lower than 65? Yes. 62. Alright, so it's lower than 60. And just drift over to that. SAS on. It's going to take not long at all, so we want to be as close to the node as possible. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll just keep it as a... Alright, we definitely need to take it a little lower. We'll take it down to about 50... 55? Alright, that should do. Okay, and let's continue. Alright, coming down, we're below 60. The science elevation for Ike. Probably below 50 now that I think about it. And there goes our periapse. How are we doing on RCS? Not bad. Still lots left. Good. We missed our periapse by a little. Are we still close to it? Not really, no. Alright, let's just do a swing around. We'll set another node at our periapse. Actually, we might as well set it at our apoapsis, since we need to take it a little lower anyways. So we'll go down to 43? Sure. And just swing her all the way around. That was a bit of a waste of fuel, but that's what happens when you change plans halfway. Okay, and this is going to be another one of those almost non-existent puffs, so I could almost do this with RCS alone. But let's save it, because... Now, does the Poodle have a thrust limiter? Yeah, it does. Let's take that down to about 30% of normal. So it should not take nearly as much, not be as risky. It'll be a lot less touchy. Alright, come on, Ike Science. We want Ike Science today. And maybe even a no, we're not going to land today. We're going to see how many different nodes we can get and call it good. Okay. A little adjustment and take that down to about 45. We'll take it just below 45. Bingo. Alright, kill that. And let's see what we got when we get to the periaps that is now much lower. We've even set a maneuver node there. Because we know we're going to have to lower a little further. There we are. So it is 50. Okay. Well, let's get the core stuff. Atmospheric pressure. Going. Gravity scan number 1. Transmitting. Because gravity scans are kind of time sensitive. And then, as soon as that's done, a temperature scan. Oh yeah, we got batteries to spare here. Look at that. And transmit that. And then we'll disable this battery for now. And get rid of that temperature scan. Okay. Oh, and another gravity scan. Midlands. A very, yeah, as I say, not exactly inspiringly named territory on these planets. Okay. Let's rotate ourselves around to... Wow, we're having a complete freak out here, aren't we? I guess we're so close that the very process of using my RCS is just driving everything wild. We'll just have to go with a proper retro. When we get close to the periaps. Polar. Gravity scan. Eastern Mountain Ridge. Interesting. Sending it on its way. That's a lot of science we're sending home. That's 50 per gravity scan. We've sent home between Duna and... Oh, there's another gravity. Oh, we missed it. Too bad. Well, we'll catch it on the next pass. Okay. We're just going over to the retrograde marker here. The phrase close enough is going to have to come into play here. Trusting this psychotic mass. Oh, crap. No, no, no. No, no. Reset. Something is going a little bit crazy here. I'm not time warping, am I? Okay, it seems to think there's something I should be looking at here. But let's just get ourselves in a stable orbit. So we need the apoaps to be below 50. And then we are good to go. Bingo. Okay. It's enough to do the surface imaging. Okay. Let's just check our gravity scan. Where is our gravity? Oh yeah, that's right. We left it on the veins out here. We've already done that one. Did we just not quite get high enough? We might just be skimming the southeastern mountain range. Okay, interesting. Alright, next we need to SAS off, and we need to re-rotate you around to face the sun, so we can start charging this beastie back up again. Let there be light. And I have no doubt it will be good. All right. Good stuff. Let's do a couple passes then. Oh, gravity scan. Central mountain range. Transmit. We're going to have a nice batch of science when this beast is all over, I tell you. Here we go again. I think we're just high enough to be able to do 100, speed 100 the whole way around, which is good. That may make life immensely easier. Oh, gravity scan, southeastern. Hold on. We already sent that one, didn't we? Southeastern mountain range. Well, let's transmit that real quick here just in case. I'm wondering if we're just skirting something else science-wise. Pretty sure that's one we've already done though. No, yeah, no, that is one we've done already. Already done the southeast. Western Mountain Ridge. There's one we haven't done yet. And we're just missing the pole on this one as well, so we're probably going to have to dust it just a little further. Tiny little rotation, yeah. Not much, but a little. South Pole. Okay, well there's the South Pole. So we might be actually getting, just skimming the North Pole here, which, if that's the case on the way back up, then we won't have to worry about gravioli anymore. It'll just be a case of making sure we've gotten all of the special ridges and stuff, which will just require a couple extra passes around the planet, really. Okay, I'm going up. And please skirt the North Pole. No, we're just missing the North Pole, aren't we? Alright, so we need to rotate just a little further here. Get you in a charging state, and then we'll go check the Duna ship, I think. We'll come back and do the surface imaging here in a little while. But the Duna ship should be fully charged at this point, in which case it's going to be ready to do its surface imaging scan. Is there anything other than surface imaging that you're telling me about? No, there is not. Yeah, almost charged. Just a little bit longer. You can certainly start collecting the surface image. So let's do it. Initiate surface imaging. Go. Oh, and yeah, that's right. That's that maneuver. We'll double check that later. Definitely not going to do that today because this is actually being recorded immediately after the previous episode. This will be the last one I record in this sitting, and then after I've heard some feedback about this phase transition here. Is it worth it, and do I have enough left to do this? According to this, it's going to take about 529 meters per second. I'm dubious about whether or not I have that available on my ship here. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. This one works well. Surface imaging data collection works well on flight. It's the transmission that is requires some care and attention. Now, we haven't hit any new gravioli markers, but I'm pretty sure there are some, because, I mean, if Ike had that many, there's got to be more than this than what we've seen so far on Duna. I suppose I should also reduce the size of that Nav Ball a little. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that go. Look at us go. Such a pretty planet. And done. Slow down. And we're just passing sunset. Oh yeah, we've passed sunset. These guys aren't producing any. Alright, so it's 1,000 bits. And I don't remember how efficient the communicatron was. 15,000. Alright, well, we'll just click Keep Data for now. We've got the data in hand. We'll just get this thing at maximum scanning science. Yeah, I guess one of the problems is we can't time warp as fast on this ship, which is too bad. Alright, maximum charging efficiency established. A few more seconds. That's going to be as good as it's going to get right there. About 0.6, 0.7. Yeah. Alright. That's as good as that's going to get. Alright, Ike ship. You should be able to do a transition no problem. Again, we do it at the... Oh, what do you have? Just surface imaging. Okay. So you're going to have no trouble. Your point is right here. We just need to... Alright, and we just need to make sure we don't go up too much. Alright, let's see. 46, 36. You know what? That's not good. 39, 48, 40, 47. We need to go just a little higher. 41, 47, 43, 48. It's actually not going to do much at all, is it? 44, 51, 45, 55. We're down to 45 now and we have full... Cool. So it's just going to increase that a little. 55, 45. Alright, so we just need to drop it about... Yeah. 49, 44. Perfect. Okay. So this should get us the science for the North Pole, which was my primary goal. And then I'll have to go back to the Space Center, do a count of biomes, and then check the records for the planet to see how many biomes I'm actually looking for. Hey, Kerbal, look at all you and all your crazy spaceships and stuff in your orbit. Alright, how far away is that anyways? 38 minutes. I don't know that it's the ideal location, but it's pretty close. It'll be close enough. I mean, it probably needs to be as close to the equator as possible, but At the state this ship is in, I'm not worried about that. Okay, and you're not charging right now, are you? Which is also important to note. I don't think you're facing the sun in this position. Yeah. Your back is to the sun. And this should only be a few seconds of burning. I mean, it's the most expensive burn I've done in a while on this ship, but... Alright, put you right there. And full throttle the very mildly adjusted engines. Because they're full throttle at a very, very low power, which is good. Okay, and in a few more seconds... That's about as good as she's going to get. 44, 50... A little higher than I would have liked, but I think we'll be alright. That should take us over the North Pole for sure, if I've done this right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm worried, I'm worried. We're looking at a Duna eclipse. How long is that going to... Oh, wait, no, it won't take too long. The orbital period of this planet is very, very fast. We'll be out from behind Ike before you know it. Or behind Duna, I should say. There we go. 0.7 is about the maximum we've determined we can achieve. Oh yeah, we've just finished our... Yeah. Yeah, so 50 is too high. See, there's no experiments available right now. Yeah, we've just gone down into surface imaging height again. So hopefully, while we're up here at the North Pole, which is approximately my periaps, I can do a little... There. That's all it took, just a little tiny retrograde. Really? If there is a North Pole, it's a very small one, isn't it? Well, let's see. If I add that there, and then tell it to go... Alright, I guess we're going to rotate it a little further up. Alright, and then we will make sure that these are low. 47, 50, one more. 49, one more. There we go. Okay, if that doesn't hit the North Pole, I don't know what will. Let's just be perfectly honest about this. But that's okay, that's okay. In fact, while we're working on this, let's just grab the surface imager, because we might as well get that started while we're warping. As long as we don't wind up going higher than the ideal mark for surface imaging, we should be just fine. "24-second burn," it says. Ooh, I never thrust limited this. Oh yeah, this one is the thrust limited one. It's the Duna one that's not. Okay. Well, the Poodle's going to give us a little bit of a boost of charge on the ship, which is good news. Alright. This mission is going swimmingly well, I think. Okay. We're just about as polar as we can physically get now, or we will be. I don't think we can get any more polar than that right there. Keeping it low. Let's see, we're still under the mark. Yeah, it's gotta be close. Alright. Let's see, where is the sun? All right. Surface imaging is coming along. There we are. Get you into charging angle there. Alright, why aren't you charging? Because the surface imaging is running. Most likely. How much longer is left on that anyways? 60%. Okay. Come on, up over the pole. And maybe it doesn't have a North Pole. I don't know, that's weird. Well, we'll swing around for a while and see what happens. Alright, and we'll keep that data for now. Okay, let's slow down. Alright, so we got surface imaging gathered on both of these. We just have to transmit it once there's enough power, which I will charge these batteries up off camera. That's going to require a minor bit of micromanagement. So let's go to the Space Center and let's count biomes. And we'll also check the efficiency of the transmission to make sure the batteries are charged enough, because I don't actually know how efficient that antenna is. So let's do those two things, and then we'll call it a day. So the antenna we're using, yeah, it's under Science, Communicatron 8880. It takes 10 per packet, 10 per at a rate of, okay, and packet size is 2.5. 10 per 2.5. So the science in question is 1080 if memory serves for the imaging. So 1080 bytes divided by 2.5 gives us 432 packets. Means we're going to need 4,320 power to transmit the data. Oh, we got tons. No problem. Even if it takes twice that, we're still good. All right. Secondly, did I hear a door? Oh, wow. It's actually raining a little out there. That's the first time in, wow, long time. It's been a very dry spring. Very, very dry. Okay, Duna, Ike system, gravity scans. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scans. So 7 for Ike. And for Duna, we have Duna 3. We only have 3. I'm almost certain there are going to be a lot more to get off of Duna, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Oh, interesting. Ike's actually cheaper. Well, and at this point we're sitting at 832 science before we've landed. 832 is sufficient. Oops. Let's see, one node costs us 540, so we've almost got 2 nodes already. So that's good news. We haven't transmitted back our imaging scans, which are pretty valuable, and we haven't done any of the atmospheric or landed science, which will include temperature scans and the all-important seismic scans. But we need to make sure we get all of the biomes while we're at it. But I'll do that off camera because I'm sure it's like watching paint dry a bit. So I'll snag the rest of our biomes one way or another off camera as soon as I figure out how many it's actually going to take. And in the next episode, I think we're going to be able to land one of these ships. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.